What's up, everybody? It's your girl, RaeBae Glam. If it's your first time here, don't forget to click the link, click the notification bell, subscribe, like, and comment. So today you're going to see me do some little chit-chatting about, we got Summer Walker hitting us with the album. Okay, honey, I'm going to give you the tea on this makeup look. And I'm super excited. It comes from this Rose Quartz palette from Huda Beauty. And we're going to also talk about the Rose Quartz from Wishful Peel Off Mask. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, if you want to see me do this look, if you want to hear me do my chit chat, my rant and rave, Summer Walker, and so much more, just keep on watching and I will see you in the next clip. What's up, everybody? I'm coming to you fresh faced. I'm so excited to review and do a look. I have no idea what I'm doing this look on, but I'm super excited to do a look with the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette, and I also picked up the Wishful Rose Quartz mask, the peel off mask. If you have not already, stop what you're doing right now and like this video, comment, and subscribe. Don't be coming to, a lot of my viewers are not subscribed. Why are you doing that to me? Why are you doing that to you? Subscribe. It's free, okay? I'm not trying to sell y'all nothing. I'm pumping out the tea. So today I'm super excited. This is going to be a glam, I don't know if I'm going anywhere type of look. I could be going somewhere tonight, I have no idea. Or I could just be going down the hall and washing my face off. Who knows? But I'm going to do a look with this beautiful palette. If you guys are makeup gurus like me, you have seen this palette already. It is freaking stunning. Freaking stunning. And I'm going to do a little chat. We're going to talk about Summer Walker, baby. She gave us a new album today, honey. I also asked a question about you guys giving me your life problems. I did it like really fast, so only like 2 or 3 people answered me, so I'm going to throw that in there. And I'm also going to talk about, speaking of Summer Walker, baby mama, baby daddy, drama, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm doing things a little different today. I have come fresh-faced. Not only do I not have anything on my face, I don't have any moisturizer, nothing. I'm actually going to start this look off with my, and this is my first time using this Wishful Rose Quartz Peel Off Lifting Lift and Glow Mask. So we're gonna go ahead and put her on, okay? So she looks like this. There's like a little spoon thing situation here. Take the top off. Ooh. It smells like glue, y'all. It's not giving glamorous, it's giving Elmer's glue, elementary school vibes, but this is what it looks like on the inside, like that. I want to spread this all over my face. It says to leave it on for 20 minutes and then you peel it off. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. I wanted to use this because for one, I love the way people's makeup look after using it, and 2, I don't really know too much about this eyeshadow palette, and if I have this on and if I have fallout or anything, I can just peel it right on off with the mask. So alright, y'all, I didn't really put it on my forehead because I don't have any like problems with, my skin's doing great, so I don't really have too much problems. Like I said, I really just wanted to see how this played out with my makeup and stuff. It does recommend that you leave it on for 20 minutes or plus. So we're gonna do that. I'm going to go ahead and hit up my eyebrows. For my eyebrows, I'm gonna use my Anastasia pomade in the shade Dip, well, in the shade Dark Brown. Fluff these out.
Don't pick up the pieces, just leave it for now. You keep falling
Okay, my eyebrows are on. My eyebrows are on. Okay, first, y'all. So I'm gonna be looking a little crazy for a little while, but let's get into Summer Walker's album, okay? Because baby, she's spilling some major tea. She's definitely here for the girls, definitely here for the ones that's been hurt. She's been hurt. I feel like some of the best music comes out, unfortunately, when these artists that we love go through stuff. And you know, as a woman, I can relate to a lot of the things. I don't have children, so she was definitely digging the claws into London, okay? And so I relate to a certain extent, but I don't feel the level of pain that she feels. But I am going to say this because this prompted a conversation I had at work. I'm still trying to figure out where I want to go into shout out. First, it prompted a conversation that I had at work, and basically I wanted to get you guys' opinions on it. Like I said, I don't have kids, but what I can say is this. You know, we as women, we move on. Men move on. Men probably moved on way before we have. And the way we handle how we moved on, and the way they handle and see how we move on, and that includes talking about our father, the child's father, or vice versa, talking about the child's mother, that affects kids. Now, me being in education, it's not too far off from telling your kids not to do something. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know children go off what they see, not necessarily what you tell them. They may do what you tell them to do when they're being seen, but behind closed doors, baby, they're doing what you do. So with that being said, I feel like there should be a level, a measurement of respect, whether you think they deserve it or not, if somebody is the mother of your kids or the father of your kids. Now, I'm gonna say this. I'm not saying that you have to love this person or just bow down to them or whatever, but let's be 100, okay? First of all, you like them long enough to have a baby with them, man or woman. 9 times out of 10, if the issues that you're having now, you kind of, you know, you kind of knew they were there. You know what I'm saying? If you paid attention to that person. Women, unfortunately, we want to think that we're going to get with somebody and change them. And unless a man wants to change, he's not changing. And, you know, so your children are watching how you talk about the father of your child. Whether you can be 100% correct. Absolutely, he can be trash, garbage, whatever the case may be. But I feel like we should not be having those conversations or talking about the other parent with that child. You know what I'm saying? This is what normally happens. You either A, make the mom or dad enemy of that child, B, that child grows up and either be exactly like you and think this is how you're supposed to behave in relationships when things don't go your way, or they want to be total opposite of you and they end up envying you. I'm not saying that this is easy to do, to not, you know, trash talk, especially if somebody is doing something to you that is hurtful, or, you know what I'm saying? But when you have children, unfortunately, you got to think of them as little sponges, okay? You think about when you dip a sponge in water, okay? Is the sponge gonna just not absorb certain things, or is it gonna absorb all the water? It's gonna absorb whatever water is in there, whether that side of the water is dirty, grimy, greasy, ugly. All I'm saying is, when you have kids, it's no longer about you. It's no longer about how you feel about this man or this woman. It's no longer about, you know, you getting back with them. When I was listening to Summer Walker, and, you know, when things she was going through, her drama and stuff, and it's in her songs, you gotta listen to it. It's really good. But the drama she was going through with the other baby mamas and stuff, they were most likely, someone was bitter, you know what I'm saying? But 3 baby mamas saying the same thing. You have got to realize there is some measure of truth in what they are saying, even though if it's coming from a place of hurt, you know what I'm saying, or disappointment, whatever the case may be. You may say, well, that's not how he treats his kids, that's how he treats her. But if they are the mother of his kids, that's how he is treating the kids too. Don't you think children reciprocate and understand energy? Children are a lot smarter and a lot more capable than you think. So when children are old enough, and they are old enough earlier than you think, they start to realize that, okay, mommy's being sad when this happens, or daddy's being sad when this happens, or there's a reason why mommy and daddy can't get along. They're picking up on that energy. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just, like I said, I don't have kids. I have been a child. I work with children with these same situations that y'all think is cool, but they come to school broken. You know what I'm saying? They grow up and unfortunately do the exact same thing you do. They go for dysfunctional relationships. You know what I'm saying? They have children way too young, or not knowing the person that they're sleeping with, and it's just a cycle. So, like, I listen to my girl Summer, man. That's my girl. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I wish that things didn't happen the way it did with her in London. I wish that she would have taken heed to the warnings, not necessarily listen to these girls. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, again, they can be totally wrong or just had other intentions. And I believe a lot of them did. I'm going to set my shadow base with setting partner. But all I'm saying is, if a man is willing to neglect his kids because he does not like the baby mama, but she doesn't do something that he likes, you're not going to be perfect all the time, right? There's no perfect woman. There's no perfect man. So if he's acting like this towards the mother of his kids, then how you think he's going to treat you and you ain't got kids with him yet? Better yet, when you do have kids with him, how you think he's going to treat you? You know, unless he really wants to change, and again, ladies, we fall victim to wanting to change people all the time, he gonna treat you the same way, because that's how he treat people who gets on his nerves, or who doesn't, or does things that he doesn't like. What I want to put, I'm gonna put Precious on my outer lid. With this Max Clean brush. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, y'all. You know, and this is for men and women. Like, guys, you know what I'm saying? If you see a girl who, you know what I'm saying, really doesn't take care of her kids, the kids always at their grandma's house, blah, 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 and you're just like, oh, it's just gonna magically be different with me, then it don't be, then you can't be mad at her. You need to be mad at yourself. You need to be mad at yourself because you ignored her signs, her patterns. Again, a woman, anybody, nobody changes unless they want to. Unless they want to. And unfortunately, you know, a lot of times, you know, people don't change them, so they just change situations, aka relationships. They just change relationships. Because if they're no longer held accountable of their actions, you know. These matte shades blend like a dream. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm still working on Android. But these mattes blend like a dream, okay? I'm gonna take a smaller blending brush. Let's see something. I'm gonna take this type of brush and go in with Mantra right here. I'll put that into my piece. But I just feel like we need to do better as people in general. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to kids' lives, because you can't go back and redo your childhood. I know that a lot of us wish that we could. You know, some things, when it happens, it just happens, you know. And again, I hate it for Summer Walker. And I hate it for every woman that goes through that. That's part of the reason why I don't want kids. I'm just afraid of this generation with this whole mindset of, you know, of not being able to stick things through. You know, because I'm pretty sure they had problems like everybody else. But to him, it's like, well, I'm rich. You know, whatever the case may be, I can do whatever I want to do. Whatever the case may be, we really don't know what happened in their relationship. All I know is 2 people are hurt. You know, and it sucks. I'm gonna blend this a little bit, huh? And while on the subject, so my question earlier on Facebook and on Instagram, if you're not following me there, you should be following me, RaeBae _Glam on IG, and then my Facebook is just my government name. If you're not following me there, then you know, don't worry about all that. Don't worry about all that. But and then I have TikTok too. I'll link all this up there, but I forgot what I called myself. I forgot what I named myself. That is good. Okay, so the question was about just y'all life scenarios, and this guy basically was just like, you know, I'm in my 30s and I would like a family. I am, you know, trying to, you know what I'm saying, get myself in shape, you know, and so I can find the right person for me, blase, so I can attract the right person. And I am all definitely all for being what you want to attract, as far as, I'm looking for a brush, y'all, as far as, you know, physical. But often, a lot of times when we're looking for a mate, we're looking at the physical thing, okay? Money, stature, things like that. I think I'm gonna go into, happiness right here. And it's great. You should have like your life together as far as, you know, your financial situation. But at the same time, you know, when we're looking for a mate, and like for me, I'm taking time to be what I want to be within myself first, And I'm not talking about finances. I'm talking about happy with myself. You know, a lot of times we are looking for somebody to make us happy, when our reality is it's not their job. Not their job to make this is beautiful by itself. Like, that's dope. It's not anybody's job to bring us happiness. It's really our job to already come in a relationship happy. And the reason why I say that is because if your happiness is dependent on somebody being there, then when they leave, that goes too. So then now you're back to being depressed. And so you don't want that. You don't want your happiness to be dependent on somebody being there for you. Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have somebody there. You know, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. And for me, I want to mate. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also willing to wait for that, you know? Because we have too many people. I mean, we could say Summer Walker and anybody else that are in these situationships. And it turns out, you know, okay, now you got a baby, you know, Summer Walker. Or, you know what I'm saying, maybe there's other issues. You're living with somebody now and you realize, you know, this person sucks. You know what I'm saying? And you're stuck in a lease with them, whatever the case may be. And it's just not where it's supposed to be. And it's not where you should be. That's bum, okay? Y'all know I'm so ready to put something over this lid right quick. I'm gonna take Cosmic Love. I couldn't help it. So we just gotta be mindful that, you know what I'm saying, happiness is a state of mind. Oh, that's so pretty. And it's not anybody else's business to do that for you but you know. Now don't get me wrong. Oh, that is so gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. You want to be with somebody that's going to add to your happiness. You don't want to be with anybody that's going to take away from happiness. But you have to have something already there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you've been seeing these videos when people are like, oh, you know, what do you bring to the table? Well, for one, I'm not bringing anything to an empty table. Okay? I'm not bringing anything to an empty table. So the only reason why you want me to state what I bring to the table so for you to have things there? No. Like, we're going to come together and bring things together. And that's why I always say, ladies, it is important for you to build your career and your life first. Do not allow your life to be centered off what a man is doing. Okay? I mean, it goes without saying, you know, it is important for you to be confident in you. So for one, a man that is successful won't ever wonder in the back of his head, is she with me for what I have, or is she really because she really love me? You know what I'm saying? I want somebody to know I really love them. Period. Like, that's it. I'm with you because I really love you, not because I need to be with you. I'm gonna add empowered to the end right here. To the end of that. I'm with you because I want to be with you, not because I need to be with you. So my advice to that young man that said, you know, what he said about, you know, wanting to start a family, that's beautiful, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a lot of people who are willing to do that now. A lot of people still want to play games and stuff. But my thing is, just make sure you are okay with you first. In the inside. And nothing wrong with getting in shape. Y'all know I work out. I be working out, okay? Because that's what makes me happy. But again, that's what making me happy. If you're only getting girls because you got money and shape, are they really dating you, or they're dating this image that you want to perceive? And that's my tidbit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anybody that's out of shape, but I want to be with somebody who loves to work out, being in shape. I don't want somebody just doing it because of me, and then, you know, once we get together, they like slowly start to let their stuff go. Like, I don't want that. And I don't want that for you, young man. This is fire. Come through, palette. Come through. Y'all know I can't help. I'm gonna take it up a little more notch. I'm gonna have to put Love Stone over my Cosmic Love. This is kind of a slippery. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Oh, it is such a shame that I'm not going nowhere. I got no man. But this is so pretty. I'm just putting that in the corner of my eye, like, and dragging it up a little bit. This eye look is fire, y'all. I'm so pleased and impressed with this shadow. It is so bomb. I'm gonna take some shadow towards the bottom of my eyes right here. This is so, y'all, this is so pretty. I'm gonna take Mantra and sweep that across the bottom of my lid, of my eyes right here. This look, baby, why am I not going anywhere? Why you don't have a man? Okay, I'm definitely gonna wing her, but I don't know like the structure of the wing. This eyeshadow, oh my goodness, I have so many ideas on makeup scheme looks with this palette. It's fire. So y'all know I'll be putting my tape on my eye. Yes, oh, I love. Whoever says wing ruin your look, child, don't know what a look is, because that just elevated the look from what? I'm gonna forever use tape until I feel comfortable. So, and period. Okay, that is absolutely fire, 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 fire. Now I'm about to peel this mask off. Y'all, I've been plugging away at my makeup for 40 something minutes. Like, the one thing I don't like, oh, it comes off nice and soft. Okay, because I was afraid it was gonna be, you know, painful. Okay. Okay, wishful. It came off like glue. I probably feel like I put a little too much on, but just okay. Not that I needed it, but it did catch. It's good for catching fallout. This palette did not have any fallout. So like you said, I said, you guys, I don't have my skincare on. So my skincare on. This is the Pacifica Vegan Collagen Complex Serum. I love this. So I have been night and day. Oh, I got a little bit left. Okay, good. I'm just gonna rub it in the skin. It's kind of watery, but it dries out. It gives you this baby soft. I can't explain it. And it smells like, it's kind of weird, but it's not like, ew, I'm never gonna use this again, but it definitely smells mechanical. I'm obsessed with my eyes. Obsessed. I normally put a sunscreen on, but by the time I'm done my makeup and if I go out, it's gonna be dark. So I'm going to take a moisturizer, this Ultimate Repair Cream from RaeBae Beauty. This stuff is like, if you're not moisturizing your face, you need to log off right now. You need to log off. You can use this for every part of your body. I use it for my face now. Like I said, I'm not putting on SPF, but I usually would. Girls, don't be skipping your SPF, okay? I usually would, but I'm not putting on SPF. Now I'm gonna go with my Rose Jelly under eye gel from Pacifica. It's a night gel, but it's bomb to me, like right under makeup. Now, it is not cool to have dry under eyes, okay? It's not. I don't know what they be telling y'all. I don't even use matte concealer. I just don't want my under eyes to be dry. That's not a vibe. That's not a look. Okay? Okay, for foundation, I'm still using my Lancome Tunti Doll. It has SPF in it, but who cares? I'm not going anywhere. It is 470 Suede C. Just going to pump some on the face. I want to take my Morphe E63 brush and blending this out. Okay. Now I'm going in with concealer, my Fenty Pro Filter concealer in the shade 350. It's kind of bright. There ain't no kind of to it. It is bright. But I want a bright under eye. Blend out what's on my forehead because I feel like that's hard to blend when it dries down. I'm gonna blend that out. Now I'm gonna let my concealer dry down and I'm gonna help with my handy dandy fan. But you guys, relationships and stuff is hard, but I just be trying. Like, I can't wait to sit in my living room tonight and listen to Summer Walker and just be in my feelings. Like, she's gonna make you be in your feelings, period. Like, it's not a game. She doesn't come to play, and I'm so here for it. So I'm like, congratulations to Summer. I think it's gonna be an amazing album. I've been listening to it all day at work, so this is not like the first time listening to it, but I'm just super excited. I'm super excited about that. Super excited about the album. I've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for a time to cry. Okay. It's hard, especially when you know that somebody isn't the best for you and you done all you can do, and it's still not where it's supposed. It's still not giving. It's not giving what it's supposed to have gave, but you gave and gave and rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled and died and died. You've been a ride or die, or died and died. All you did was die. That's me. So I'm not saying that I'm never gonna be like a ride or die type anymore, because I was just obviously the ride or die for the wrong person. But I'm definitely not going to date below my caliber anymore. And when I say that, I'm not just talking financially, spiritually too. Because the wrong person can lead you down the wrong path spiritually, for real. And before you know it, you just like everybody else, just miserable. I'm trying my best not to get too far. I think we should rule out women for now, 'cause we're falling apart. Okay, that's very, very, very bright. Now I'm going to take my cream contour palette and I am going to take my contour side and just like that, like right in there. I don't like to bring it all the way down. Just like midway, like that. Get up my jawline a little bit. I don't want the jawline too crazy. Here, you're so cute. Okay. And the reason why I do that is because y'all need to be putting makeup on your foreheads, okay? I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all now. See, it's a little bit. We're gonna blend that out though. So you're just gonna take a little bit of Sculpt and start blending out. Blend your forehead out first. Don't be shy. Popping. My Lancome eyelash booster serum on. Y'all know I don't wear fake lashes. I just can't. I just don't like them. I don't. Okay, you don't want to just go directly in yet. I'm going to take my Fenty baking powder in the shade Cashew. Get the size of my nose right quick. Just press that in just the sides. I'm going to strip my nose with the tip. Just kind of set that in. Looks good. And then I'm going to set in my under eyes. I'm not done setting, but I'm going to go ahead and put on my mascara. So I went ahead, some in the Huda Beauty mood. I'm using the Huda Beauty mascara. I'm going to use the length side first, then I'm going to use the curl side of my next coat. Like I said, I'm going to go in with the second layer next. But let me go down here. And my powder under my chin. But I wanted to say this right quick. Bam. I look good. I'm gonna bronze my face up, but I wanted to say this right quick. Ladies and men, don't let nobody pressure you into doing something that's not the best for your kids either. Because some of y'all just be like, well, I want the father to be in my child, like I didn't have no daddy and stuff, but the father be stealing from them. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some things that you are protecting your child from. So don't be naive now. Don't be naive. If you doing all you can do and all that stuff, and it's not giving what it's supposed to have gave as far as, you know, being a good father or being a good mother, and you're protecting your child, which is your first job. Sometimes you gotta protect them from them too. Beauty bronzer in the shade Cocoa Naughty. I literally have been naughty and I don't have much left. I've been using the Juvia's Palace bronzer, but I feel like it's too red for my face. It's just too red. I mean, I can still use it, but as long as Cocoa Naughty still is here, honey, why not? Why would I not? I mean, look at that. Why would I not use it? She does a perfect sun-kissed vibe. Like, I'm sun-kissed. I am. I love that. I absolutely love that. Now I'm going to... Oh, hello, I'm right back. There is a glittery blush palette from Revolution, Makeup Revolution by London that I stopped using for a little while, but I want to use for this. I want to use this purpley side. It is very, very glittery. I'm going to try to focus the color. Depending on how glittery this is, I'm not going to do too much of a highlight. But it's... I mean, this is definitely not an everyday blush. She's glittery. But she look good though. I like that. I actually like that. I didn't think I was gonna like it too much on my nose, but it's giving. I like it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. I'm not gonna do a highlight. Well, I think I should. My Killawatt poolside. This is very cosmic-y. And just go right on top like that. think that look stunning. Yeah, those two together, it did that for me. It did that for me. I'm going to use my KKW liner in the shade Nude 2.5. Now I'm going to take another Huda Beauty lipstick. It's like a pinky purple lipstick. Just like that. I'm going to go and I'm going to take more concealer brush. It doesn't really have concealer on it. I just want to bring it into the liner, kind of like not melt the liner, but I don't mind it looking like I have liner, but I kind of want to give like that, like more of a pout look. Then I'm going to go over with another Huda Beauty, the Huda Beauty Lip Strobe in shade Moody. I think this is going to be kind of dark, but I don't care. Cause, oh, yep, she's kind of dark. I want to spray my face with my Morphe Continuing Misting Spray. It's matte. And that is it for the look. I love this palette. I love this palette. Eyeshadow came out bomb. The foundation application, the lips, y'all. I'm getting ready to either go somewhere, either the lip stuff, or like go out, whatever you guys do. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Hope you enjoyed this video. What I can say about the palettes, the mattes, beautiful. Shimmers, beautiful. That slippery thing, it's not what people thought it was gonna be. Like it made my lid give like a gloss, but it doesn't feel like a gloss on my lips, you know, on my lids. It's very, like, kind of matted down, but it gives me the illusion of that wet look. Beautiful application. Now, as far as this rose quartz peel off mask, I like it. Do I have to have it all the time? Like, is this like a holy grail situation? I don't know. I haven't used it enough to say I need this in my life. But I mean, I'm gonna say for the price point, you don't really need it. I'm not sponsored, you guys, so I'm gonna be straight up honest. It's not. I had a hard time like getting it to peel off, but it is a peel off mask. It's dope now, like a little honey. So anyway, again, thanks for watching. I'm RaeBae Glam. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Deuces.